Hello, 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 and welcome back to the coronavirus update video number 35.0. Wow, 35 videos already, but we are still pushing forwards as much as possible. Today's date is Sunday, the 19th of April 2020. And today's going to be a live question and answer, just like we do on every Sunday here on this channel. We like to do question and answers live, so if you've got any questions, please ask below. I'm going to be talking about the latest news over the last 24 hours and just jumping in through everything. God, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today. Woke up bad, really bad neck, bad headache, so let's just try and get through this as quickly as possible, shall we? Okay, so if you're new to these videos, my name's Adrian Cockings. I've been doing these videos since the lockdown started, and I'm just basically doing a rundown over the last 24 hours with related items to the coronavirus state of emergency here in Spain. If, of course, you've been watching for a while, then you know exactly what we do at the start of the show. I just want to say, first of all, thank you for liking and sharing these videos. We have got a small surprise at the end of this as well, which I know you guys are going to enjoy if you love music as well. So, yeah, if you can share this video out to as many people as possible. We've actually been getting so many new people from England actually watching these videos. Of course, they've got friends and family over in Spain, or they've got a property in Spain, but for them, it's reassuring that they get the news and the actual facts instead of just fearing all the news that comes at them on Facebook and and on the channels back in the UK as well. So yeah, I appreciate for anyone who shares these videos out as much as possible. Okay, let's go through the stats that have happened over the last 24 hours as well. As of today, the 19th of April, it is, the infection rate has gone up to 195,944, and that is 4,218 over the last 24 hours. Again, it's still high up into the 4,000s, but because we've been doing, or Spain have been doing a lot of the quick tests. These are the tests that have been lasting for about 15 minutes and you get your answer. They've been coming out in the millions, so yeah, they're going to be a higher number and they will be going up and down. But the rates that we should be concentrating on is definitely the rate of death and the rate of recovery as well. So as of today as well, there are 77,357 people who have recovered from the coronavirus, and that's only 2,695 over the last 24 hours. Still a good number. We're up in the highs, but I think we definitely should be we're seeing those numbers going up as well over the next couple of days, or at least staying as they are. And of deaths, we do have to cover them. Yesterday we passed the 20,000. Today we are 20,453, and that is 410 over the last 24 hours. And actually this number is the lowest it's been for about 30 days now. So this is great news. That this has become a great low number. Let's hope it continues. We shall just see how the next following weeks do come. Of course, it was announced at the start of this week we are over the curve, so we just got to wait and see what happens next. Right, I'm going to go through some quick points, but again, if you've got a question, please ask in the comments below and I'll try and answer them as soon as we go through this news as well. So, as it stands, we only have 20 days left of the extension if President Sanchez approves or gets Congress to approve the further extension up until the 9th of May. So, of course, this was the headlines yesterday afternoon. After I finished my video, a couple of hours later, I got bombarded with messages about President Sanchez giving an announcement that they are going to be putting the extension from the 27th up to the 9th of May, not the 10th or the 11th like other news organizers, and even myself. That was what I have read before. So, and I always say, it's never official unless it comes from the government itself. And yes, the 9th of May is when they're trying to get the extension to. Again, they do have to go to Congress with this, but of course, it's not just another extension. It's extension with some other protocols and maybe some light lifting as well of the lockdown that we are currently in. And this could actually be a positive for President Sanchez, because of course the people who were in the other political parties, they have stated in the last Congress meeting that they will not be supporting another lockdown. However, I think seeing the new rules and seeing what could be coming out, maybe they do go for it. We don't know. So we'll just have to see next Wednesday what exactly comes out. But what President Sanchez has put in the live presentation yesterday, or the press conference yesterday, He said that they're going to be pushing for the 27th to the 9th of May, the further extension, and he will be allowing children out from the 27th of April. Now, again, we still have to receive what exactly will this encounter and what rules there will, because there will be rules behind this. It's not going to be just children allowed out and that's it. No, there's going to be certain rules. They'll be probably following the law of health here in Spain, and that is up to 11 years old for children. That is what they class as children. So for anyone who does have children here, young children, they've been locked in the house for over 35 days now. Well, it looks like you'll be able to go out from the 27th onwards. But we don't know what rules they're going to come with this. Again, it could be with time frames where you're only allowed to go out for certain times of the day. It could be distance, like with dog walking as well. You can only go a certain distance away from your property. And again, it's just going to be something for the mental health as well for the children, being able to go out and just run a little bit. You know, that's basically what they're trying for. And this was no surprise, really. I talked about this yesterday, where a lot of the presidents of each of the communities, they've been putting proposals in to allow children out. Now, again, a lot of people are going to be arguing with this and saying this is not fair, how could they do this, blah, 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 blah. Every region is different, completely different. Where we are in Murcia, it's a lot lower. There's not really a lot of apartment blocks. There's more houses, villas, rural houses. So, yeah, I can understand why people would be mad at this. However, if you think about the people in Madrid, Barcelona, Castilla y León, Sevilla, all of these places, they are up high in apartment blocks, and they have only got apartment blocks. They can't go to their communal areas. Their balconies are less than 2 meters square, so you know they haven't been outside. So this is where the President Sanchez is actually concentrating on. You know, this is where his focus is. I know he's got the whole of Spain to think about, but this is where his mind is basically going to with that. Now, of course, a reporter did ask, what about why haven't you spoken about allowing people to go and exercise? And actually, the health minister advised President Sanchez, and basically the announcement was they can't be trusted. That was it. And as soon as I watched that on the news today, I laughed. So basically, the answer to why can't people go out and exercise is because they can't be trusted. And I kind of think, okay, yeah, I can see that. There are a lot of people who will be trusted. They'll be able to go out for a run and not talk with anyone. However, there are so many idiots out there who will take advantage of this. And, you know, if people can't stay in at the moment, what are they going to be like when they're allowed to go out for exercise? Now, I know I'll get a lot of hate in the comments for this, but, you know, this is just basically what they have said. And I kind of agree with them on that. There are going to be people who will ruin it for the majority of us. So, yeah. Right, continuing on. Now, each region of Spain, they are putting in their own proposals at the moment to give to President Sanchez to, of course, take into consideration when he is going to Congress on Wednesday. And as I said yesterday, a lot of these presidents are putting forth that they want children to be out and be able to go out and exercise, do a bit of playtime outside. So I know that's going to be a priority for a lot of presidents, but I think there's going to be other proposals coming in. But basically, President Sanchez has said he will be taking into consideration all of the regions and all of the numbers in the different regions as well, and maybe, just maybe, look into a different uplift of the lockdown in different regions of Spain. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to be put ahead, but he has said he will look into it and consider it. Now, that is the key word that I always try and share. When someone puts in a document, consider, nothing is official, nothing is stated. It's just proposals put forward, okay? So, again, for anyone thinking that they're going to be allowed out, or Murcia is allowed out first, or Valencia, not true. It's just speculation of what he is going to be accepting, okay? So this is basically what's happened. Right, the other news, there's two more bits here. The summa payments or tax payments. A lot of people have been asking me about the summa payments, and yes, it has been extended to the 15th of June. Normally it's until the 8th of May where all of these taxes have to be paid, but this has been automatically extended. I've talked about this weeks ago about the extension of all these taxes, and yes, it is extended. Even on the website, it says in the first bulletin point on the top of the website, it says all of these extension taxes have been going now extended to the 15th of June. So if you are worried about your taxes and everything, do not worry. That's basically what's going to be happening there. Also, the last thing, I actually got sent a video twice today of hand sanitizer, or a woman lighting hand sanitizer on fire. And they, of course, asked, is this true? What they're saying? And, okay, so the video basically is a plate, bit of water at the bottom, and a woman poured some hand sanitizer onto the plate of water. She then lit it, and there's no flame or anything. However, she then put a napkin over the top of the plate, and it set on fire. Now, hand sanitizer is alcohol, so yes, it's going to burn. Now, of course, the other chemicals that are in it is probably going to have a flame that is not really seeable to the naked eye, or to the lights, to a lighted room or something. So yeah, it's going to set on fire, and I do think this is actually true. However, they're in completely different circumstances to what you would use it normally on for your hands. Now, she did say on this video, if you're lighting a cigarette, or if you're using gas on your kitchen, or lighting a barbecue, be very careful. And I think, yeah, be very careful, but like you would on any circumstances working with gas and fire. But I just want to say that I think skin, of course, absorbs a lot of moisture. So when you're rubbing hand sanitizer onto your hands, it's going to be absorbed. And to be honest, I don't think you'll be able to light your hand on fire just from the residue that is left onto your hand, because it gets absorbed into the skin. So again, I think the video is true. I wouldn't say tried it at home at all, but yeah, I think the video is true, and the advice is given there is, yeah, I think it's good advice. Just be careful. But I don't think there's anything to worry about when people are now thinking about lighting their hands on fire because they've put hand sanitizer on their hands. So yeah, you know, it's the majority of it is alcohol. Like Trisha just put in the comments there, it's like 80% alcohol. So yeah, I think that's going to be true there. Okay, and that is basically it. Yeah, that is it. One thing I just want to clear up as well. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a solicitor. I'm doing this with my own free time. I am a full-time real estate agent, and I'm actually working online at the moment because we can still work technically online. And I am still doing a lot of sales, rentals, contracts, etc. We've got sales going through, so I haven't taken any of the benefits. But some people have been messaging or commenting, just saying, well, this is fake news. I reassure you, everyone who is watching this right now, I will always say, that something is not official, something has not been researched properly, or the fact that that it is government documents that I basically translate from. You know, I don't put out fake news. I don't want to put out fake news. And even with the numbers that I put out as well, this is from the government official documents that are released every single day at 12 o'clock. I release those numbers with the date that we have for today regarding the previous 24 hours. So yeah, it's yesterday up to today. So again, anyone who's unsure about that, I just want to say, message me before. Don't just put in a comment just to say this is fake, because again, it then takes on a lot more work for myself to then try and reassure everyone else that this is actually the correct information. So please, if you think something is incorrect, message me. Message me on this page, message me privately, and I'll discuss it with you. I'll make sure that I will put my points across, and if you still don't think that the information is correct, then of course I will listen, and I want to listen as well. So please, message me if you think any of this information is incorrect, and I'll be glad to talk to you, okay? Okay, let's go to the live video on my laptop here, and let's look at your comments, because today is question and answer. I'm going to be answering any questions that you may have, so if you've got any questions whatsoever, feel free to comment down below, and I'll see if we can get through some of the answers. At the moment, you guys are just thanking me, so thank you. Okay, I renewed my driving license 4 to 5 weeks ago, but I'm still waiting to receive it. Any information, please? Good. Driving licenses, yes, they will take time. The traffic office has been closed. They will have a backlog of a lot of things that will be going on. So yes, please wait. They would have given you a temporary license, and this would have been a piece of paper. This is still okay to use until the end of the lockdown, so do not worry about that, okay? Let's continue on. We'll go to the top here. 2 people with a child out for a walk past my window. Tut. Yes, I agree with you. It still is, as we are today, it is still the lockdown where you cannot go out in pairs. You can only go out to walk your dog. And again, the advice is to stay within 50 meters or a close distance to your property to avoid any problems with the police, okay? Let's continue on. Is there any other questions? You guys are just thanking me. Seriously, thank you very much. A round of applause for Adrian and his family. Thank you very much, Jill. I don't need the applause, trust me. The health service definitely need the applause there. Any more comments? Okay, if you get back to the UK, do you have to 14-day isolation? This has actually been advised. Now, I don't think this is actually a law that has been put into place, but yes, I do think this is advised by the health ministry. So, yeah, I would say probably contact the embassy, the British embassy, just to see what exactly is the case for when you go back to the UK, let's say. Just to see if this is actually the case, because again, I think it's just advice of what you should be doing, but who knows. What can be sent from the post office? Not sure what is meant by reference to blue packets. I haven't heard about this, blue packets. As it stands, you can actually you can arrange for correos, as in the post office, to actually how can I explain? Not the post office, the private sector. So for example, UPS, FedEx, you can actually ring them and they can come and pick up packages as well. I've actually got to return something from to Amazon, and when I said the refund, they've said that someone will come and pick it up by a certain date. So maybe that's something you could do. If not, the post office, you can ring them, see what is classed as essential or not. But yeah, it should only be essential mail that is going out, not sending a postcard or something like this, okay? Let's have a look. Seen a comment about residency applications. Any news from offices when they will open? No, there is no news about this. Of course, residencias, the ones that have been put in before the lockdown, they will be put on hold during the period of lockdown, but they are starting to work on them because they are allowed to go back to work now. So be patient. It is going to be backlogged. So yeah, just be very patient with that. Let's have a look. I don't have children, but could I walk on my own from the 27th? And the way it's looking at the moment, no, I don't think that's going to be the case, because that will be classed as exercise. And as I mentioned earlier, the health minister basically said we don't trust people to allow them to go out and exercise, because yeah, I kind of agree with them. There's going to be the very, very small, minute amount of people who will take advantage of this and go and meet friends and break curfew or break the lockdown. So yeah, I think that's basically what's going to happen. Let's have a look then. Any more? Okay, dogs and kids are going to be allowed, but grown-ups locked down, and this must be against human rights. Again, this is just the information that I'm given from the president, given from the decrees and everything from boe.es, that's BOE.es. You can find all the documents that are there, so yeah, you can find this. Okay, I may have to go to the vets tomorrow as my dog needs tablets every day. Can I go to the vets, or does it have to be a local vets? Good question. I'm not sure actually whether it has to be a local vet or not, because we actually have our vets in Merthyr, which is about 25 minutes away, but of course they've got all the history of all of our animals, so I'm not actually sure. The best bet would be to ring the vets that you normally go to, see if you are allowed to go, because maybe they'll have a bit more information about this as well. Okay, let's have a look. Any more questions? We'll just do another five minutes of this or so. Last year, arranged car tax to be direct debited from the summer office. Tax was due on the 10th. Money not taken from the bank to the date. Is my car taxed? Like I said, all the offices are going to be dated from now until the 15th of June. So what they might do is on the 15th of June, they'll probably take out the money. Best thing you can do is contact your solicitor or lawyer. Maybe they'll have a bit more information about this as well. Will I get a call? Oh, I've just lost it there. Okay. I should go to Spain for business end of May. I am from Germany and I have a facility management company. Is travelling urgent business possible? You have to speak to the embassy on this. And I'm going to talk about travelling for anyone who wants to travel now. The advice that has been only essential travel. Now, when they're saying essential travel for business, it's mainly for people who are going to be working in the health sector that are allowed to come into this country, or residents or citizens. Now, the only advice that I can give you, if you're not a resident or not a citizen of Spain and you're not working for a health service here, contact the embassy. Contact the Spanish embassy. There might be one in your country. Contact them and see if they can give you some sort of permission to be able to come over, or they'll give you a bit of insight whether it is allowed or not, okay? What happens if your employer has been denied ERTE? Oh, that's a real shame. Now, we talked about this yesterday. The Vice President of Spain, he has actually been working on a basic income rule and benefit, basically. And what they're going to be doing, they're going to be allowing basic benefits for anyone who is earning zero money or denied ERTE, and this is going to be applied for the majority of the people as well. We're still yet to get information, so please don't message me saying when or where can I get this. We do not have all the information yet. It has not been released properly, but it has been approved. So we're just waiting for this information for the Vice President, and when it does, brilliant, I'll share it out with you guys. Is there somewhere to donate? Red Cross. Contact your local Red Cross. They're doing a lot of donation packages. Yesterday we actually talked about two lovely women in Condado de Alama, a resort here in Murcia, actually putting together packages, food packages in their local supermarket and donation boxes in their local supermarkets. So maybe you can set one up. If you haven't got one around you, start setting one up. Maybe you can share it out to your friends who are around you or neighbours who are around you and see if you can get something going. Okay, let's have a look then. Renew of driving license. Mine runs out on the 25th of April. Do not worry. Any licensing or any car ITVs or anything like that that is going expired during the lockdown, it will automatically be extended at least until the 15th of June or the period of time for the lockdown. So that is almost 40 days now. So it's going to be another 40 days as soon as the lockdown is lifted, an extra 40 days. So do not worry if your driving license is expired. You don't have to panic about that, okay? Let's have a look. I've been told by my husband, who doesn't drive, is allowed to sit in the car with the back seat opposite me. We are pensioners and need to get some money from the bank and pay our rent. I'm not confident on my own. Is this true? Okay, driving. We've had many different people asking about whether they're allowed to drive with their partner in the car. It is advised not to do this, okay? I know there's going to be so many people saying, well, I'm not comfortable driving, or I have disability, so my husband goes in, but he can't drive, etc., etc. The advice is to only go one person, okay? And again, it's all down to the police. Now, they could see this and maybe think, okay, well, they're maybe pensioners and they are taking, because you are allowed to take someone who is elderly with you. So maybe, maybe they will take this as a pensioner kind of routine check and they'll say, okay, you may pass. Maybe the police will be a bit more strict and they will fine you. So I say, please just go by one person only. It's very difficult to give advice where every different story is different, so try to go just one. That's all I can suggest there, okay? Let's have a look. Any more questions? Okay, can I get prescription medicine sent by post from the UK, and do I need to get a carrier such as FedEx? Yes, I would actually say you should definitely do that. Basically, if you're getting medication from the UK, try and get it with a private sector, because we have heard that correos are delayed. You know, this is a common thing when the lockdown got put into place. It basically went frantic. But correos, Express, UPS, FedEx, these are the companies that are going to be getting the products over fast. So I would definitely recommend them. Yeah. Let's have a look. Any more? Can I book Eurotunnel? Can I drive home? Okay, Clive Beck, you can drive home. It's still all okay to do this, but the police have been advising to stay where you are if you can. The only reason you should be going back is, of course, if it is an emergency. Even if you don't have residency here in Spain, you are allowed to stay here, okay? So don't worry about that, okay? Can we still make doctor's appointments? Yes, you can make doctor's appointments. However, it should only be for emergencies only. But yes, you can still make doctor's appointments. Okay, any more? Can I get repeat prescriptions here that I normally get in the UK? Yes, you can get them. So basically what you have to do is take the medicine that you have, or the prescription that you have, to a pharmacy. They will then advise you on what to take. Something maybe exactly the same or different, but almost the same. What you need to do is keep the box with the barcode on it, because once you have the prescription, and if you want to get it prescribed here in Spain, you'll be able to take that box with that barcode back and you'll be able to get a refund, or basically the next 2 will be free kind of thing. So yeah, that's what you can do there. Let's have a look. When can we get our tax done? Like I said, tax, it's from now until the 15th of June. So hopefully we're going to be out of the lockdown by May the 9th, and you'll be able to sort it out then. I know you can do it online, but please don't ask me how, because I actually have no idea. Okay, I had a letter from my hospital to say my husband could drive me to hospital due to treatment being received. Yes, Angie, you are correct with this. So anyone who is going to the hospital and they have some sort of treatment, we've been getting a lot of people asking about chemotherapy and can my partner take you? Yes, this is actually classed as an emergency state, and you are taking someone who is vulnerable. So yes, you can take someone who is going to the hospital for something like this. It is okay. Like Angie said, she got a note from the hospital, or a letter from the hospital, giving permission for this. So this is a great bit of advice that you can take away from this. Get permission from where you are going, just in case you are stopped by anyone, okay? Let's have a look. We are not allowed to walk our dogs, rules made by the local police, but the royal decree says we can. Yes, we've heard a lot of different rumours going around in different areas, and again, it's going to be the different areas where the police are putting in their own rules. Like I said, people are allowed to walk dogs, but it's up to the police of what they say as, or what they class as, a walk or a business doing. Now, where we are here in Murcia, we're allowed up to 50 metres, and I've actually spoken to someone who's in the Guardia Civil, and they're advising 50 metres. We've had other stories saying 100 metres, others saying a close proximity to the property, and others saying that if you have a garden, you can't go out at all. It all depends on that police officer, because again, they're the ones enforcing this. But what I will suggest is, and this is actually really, really important as well, so share this with anyone who may have been fined, because basically, if you are fined for something during the lockdown, you can of course appeal for this as sort of a mistake, because of course they will write on their cause for fining you, and you will be able to fight this if you think that you are obeying the decree, the royal decree, because of course that's what you should be following, okay? So yes, you can actually fight this after the lockdown has been lifted. So if you are fined, just keep hold of it, and maybe you can get some sort of what do they call it? Some sort of denial, something passed. I don't know. It's a Sunday, I know. Let's continue on. Any news on schools yet? Yes, schools. We have heard that they're not going to be going on any further. As of yet, they're still going to be doing the online classes. They're going to be going up until June, but it looks like most of the primary school and most of the secondary schools are going to be getting an automatic pass. So all of the kids in this year, they'll be going up to the year above. Apart from the A-level sector in public Spanish schools, they will actually be assessed by their teacher and given the mark as well. Let's have a look. Was announced a couple of days ago. Have a look back. No, there you go. You cannot take a Spanish registered car across to the UK unless... that's a good question, actually. I don't know if you are allowed to take a Spanish registered car, because I think they'll be seeing that as unnecessary travel. So, yeah, best advice would be to contact the embassy, because they might know a bit more about this, okay? Can you get help rent on a bar as it's not been opened? Best advice, if you are a bar owner or a restaurant owner or a business that you have a property and you are renting, best advice that I can give you is speak to your solicitor. They know every bit of benefit that you can and can't receive. So the best advice that I can give you is speak to your solicitor or your gestor, because they will know exactly what they should be doing, okay? Right, read on Facebook today, quite worrying about really another lockdown until the 7th, nope, until the 9th of May. Also, children going to be allowed 1 to 12 years old. What about adults? A lot of people saying that if we go back to the UK, they would. Pedro is more like dictator, not good. Okay, let's clear this out. The last little thing, and this is going to be a repeat from the start of the video. Yes, the extension is looking like it's going to be going until the 9th of March. It still has to be approved by Congress, but the rules that are going to be put into place is that children will be allowed out from the 27th onwards, and it most likely will be children up to 11 years old. That is the law of health here in Spain. No adults will not be allowed out to do exercise or anything like this, because, in their words, they cannot be trusted. That's it. Alright guys, that is going to be it for today. It's a Sunday. I'm now going to go relax, but actually I'm going to be relaxing doing one thing quite special. So in the description of this video, I've put in live concert. Now yesterday it went live, an 8-hour concert on YouTube where hundreds of different artists have come together to do a live concert. And this is including Stevie Wonder, Elton John, who else was on there? Lady Gaga, Camila Cabello, Sam Smith, Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, Billie Eilish, Michael Bublé. All of these people have done live concerts in their homes. They've put it all together in one large concert and they've put it online. So if you guys want a nice relaxing Sunday afternoon, it is now 4:30. By the time you finish this, it's going to be midnight. So if you start watching this video now, you'll be able to watch all of the different live acts and it's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to be watching this. I'm going to put it onto my TV and I'm going to leave it on in the background the whole afternoon. And I'm just going to relax because I think that is what we deserve. Definitely. Right guys, that is it for today. Remember, I'm going to be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. like every single day. Get out onto those balconies every single day at 8 p.m. Give a round of applause for the people who are on the front line. Thank you for liking. Thank you for joining in and commenting. I hope that other people can answer any questions that I haven't. And yeah, that's basically it. If you can share this video out to as many people as you can, I know that this is the information that is important to a lot of people because they might not know it. As you've seen, I've been repeating a lot of the questions that we've answered in the previous videos. So yes, if you can share this out to anyone that you know might find this interesting or might find this helpful, please do. Keep sending those likes, keep sending those thumbs ups and those hearts because I really, really do heart you guys as well. You guys are making these videos what they are. Right guys, I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Bye.